So we've got 4 Experimental Frenzies, and more importantly, 4 Siege Gang Commanders. And then I believe with Squee the Immortal, we actually have an infinite combo in here. So there's, where is it? Enters the battlefield. So Skirk Prospector lets us sacrifice a Goblin to make a red mana. And then with Warchief, Squee costs 2. When this enters the battlefield, create an artifact. And then Steam-Kin theoretically makes it cost 1 less, because every time you play it, it makes a mana. But I don't know if that actually works out to infinite. Let's just play the deck out and see how it goes, see what we figure out as we go. I believe you can draw a bunch of cards. We'll see what happens. Is very efficient. Okay, so if you have multiple Steam-Kins out, you could technically replay it a bunch, sure. So actually, I've played a deck on stream a few times. That's Blue-Black Pirates that plays Curious Obsession with the Evasive Threats and Thief of Sanity. You can find my current preferred deck list for that on my website, jeffhoagland.com. Click Standard Decks at the top. Right on time, Skirk Prospector. Nah, the mana's pretty bad to get. Beckett's the Grixis Pirate Lord, right? The mana's just not good enough for that card in my experience. Well, they're missing their land drops here, which could be very good for us. We're on the draw, and they've got their obsession going, but if they're behind on land drops, we could potentially just race them here. This gives our dorks haste too, right? Yeah, one less mana cost in haste. They pass holding a counterspell up. We won't want to jam Siege Gang Commander right away. If they pass with 2 to 3 mana up, I'll probably go Warchief into Skirk Prospector. Okay, sweet. Hopefully we draw a mountain here and get to just jam Siege Gang. Perfect. And I think we just like A-Space Smash Face here, right? Like bring on the smorking. GRTE, how's it going? Life's going swell. Playing some arena, hanging out. Could I have done it all? I could have done this, and then Runaway Steam-Kin into the CJ Commander. Yeah, you're right. I could have done it all. November, whoa. We aren't quite at November yet. Don't cut. If you skip Halloween, I have 2 toddlers that will be very upset with you. So don't skip Halloween. I think I'm just gonna kill both their things here. Let's see if we can sneak Big Red in today. I don't know if I'm gonna get to another one after Naya. If we don't get to it today, we will definitely play again, or have it for tomorrow. Or have it for tomorrow night. It's really annoying. Did I not update it? Nope, it's up there. So if I would have played out Warchief Prospector last turn, I'd be in a much better spot here, obviously. I think we're still in an okay spot with the Siege Commander, like they're at 5. Zauzik, so Merfolk Trickster removes all abilities of the creature that it targets. Title is updated. The title doesn't always update for you on your end. You have to refresh your browser page sometimes. Man, am I gonna die here? I think I'm gonna die because I messed this up. Wait, what? Sure. So if I do this, and then I can do this, which then does this, into this, into this. I think they're dead, right? They go block, block, and take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they're dead. A good smorking. Good, clean smorking. Runaway Steam-Kin, aptly named. I like this deck a lot. This is my surprised face, Marty. No removal in this deck is interesting. Am I on the click submit plan against blue? Maybe, is this a frenzy out matchup? This like a frenzy Banefire out matchup? Just like Lava Coils and Phoenixes? That seems okay. Yeah, Phoenix blocks forever. I didn't get to send notification message by resub because I missed the stream live pop up, but I want to say thank you for all the time you've given MTG in both content and entertainment. Thank you, 12 to 12. I appreciate you supporting me again here this month. I'm gonna keep this. It's definitely perfect. That's a great draw. I say we definitely could flood out and die, but I think like minus a land, the rest of the hand is very good. This is their nut draw. Okay, just pass. It's possible I should have like been aggressive and sacked this to play there. The fact this like wasn't a shocker, Lightning Strike really sucked though. That's really good for me. No, because I would have not had the Skirk Prospector in play anymore. And CGing would have cost 4. Vomit. Yeah, I agree, Jack G. And that's one of the things I've been trying to work on by like playing the blue-black tempo deck, is like making your average hand better, basically. So like trying to make the hands where you don't have, where you don't have Curious Obsession good. But I agree, the on the play with Curious Obsession hands are just unbeatable out of the blue deck. Sand needs another mountain, but it's very good otherwise. Perfect. Run away! We get to attack for 4 next turn. This curve's very good. These two cards together are really strong. Whenever you cast a spell, the chosen color gain 1. I'm just gonna smash here. You played the new standard format for a while now. Are there any cards that you can see becoming problems? Nope. There's a very good balance of threats and answers in this format, it feels like. That's the big difference. There aren't like Hazarets in this format. Oh, really? Okay. Huh. How about my big bird? Think I'm not offering the straight here. This card's really good. Was not surprised to see the winning red deck from the Grand Prix play a couple of this card. Just gives you, it's like an aggressive card that also like gives you longevity as the game goes on. So I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna activate this. I'm gonna go Instigator. Oh geez, Dark Dweller Oracle is like good with Rekindling Phoenix too. And then I just kill this, right? And smash. GG opponent. Yeah, probably Mara. Silent Gravestone definitely shuts it off. You like how I won that game? I won that match and my rank went down. They really need to fix their whole ranking system. It would be really nice to have Magic with a functional ladder. Like a ladder in general is a step up, but a functional ladder would be a plus. Yeah, good game, Zaysum. My draw in that third game was quite absurd. Yours went up with a loss? That's funny. Yeah, mine went down with that win. The ladder system just has some kind of bug in it. I believe someone said they were trying to implement a system where it pairs you not only based on ranking, but also deck quality, like how many rares are in your deck, which is a strange metric for Magic, but I think some kind of mixing those two up ended up just like foobarring the ranks altogether. This thing seems sweet. Is the deck quality only in best of one? That would make sense. Having the deck quality be in best of one, where new players are going to end up most often, makes a lot of sense. Whee! With Prospector out, both Wily Goblin and Instigator are free, huh? You could like throw them away. Yeah, looks like Lich. With Warchief, they're rituals. Yes, they are. Well, this one's not a ritual, but these guys are rituals. Yep. It looks like Lich. I have to imagine this matchup's pretty good for us. Especially if they fumble at all. They kept both cards on top. Good game. Yep, Naya Ramp is gonna be the next deck that we play today. We just started with goblins though, so we're gonna be playing goblins for another hour and a half or so, and then we'll be jamming some after that. Wow, they missed their land drop. All right, all in. Ship it. Oh yeah. Just give them the good old-fashioned smorking, chat. Good old-fashioned smorking. Put it all on red, yep. All right, so they have sweepers and stuff in their decks. This is probably a Rekindling Phoenix matchup. Is this a banner matchup, so my average creature quality is higher? I think it might be. I just want like my average creature quality increased, right? And like the sweeper decks is where that's important. I might trim a Banefire out of my deck. Do this seems okay. Trim Wily's? Do you think so? I guess they're not super Wily ramping seems really valuable. Do I want both Banefires? Like bringing in extra 5s with only 21 lands and like cutting this seems bad. No, I really don't think we can cut a land when we're bringing in the cards we're bringing in. Man, we are gonna be well set up here. I have no idea how the ranking system currently works in Arena, and I'm pretty confident it's broken at the moment. Hashtag it's a beta. The problem with Frenzy in a non-aggressive deck is that in a non-aggressive deck, your curve's gonna be much higher, which is awkward. And next turn we get to Experimental Frenzy and hopefully just play through most of our deck. You think Rainbow Lich is stronger in the current meta than the Fog decks? I seemed to do a lot better with Fog. Honestly, I'm not sure, Wu-Tang. Playing the Lich deck out, I felt like the Fog deck probably had more play to it. The Lich deck kind of feels like it's doing something neat for the sake of being neat, while the Fog deck's probably a little bit more consistent. Speaking of, did I put the Fog deck on my website? If I haven't, I should. I did put the Fog deck on my website. Good. Past Jeff is smart. Maybe Big Eyes. I don't know. Field's really good with Tireless Tracker, and like not putting yourself down a land is pretty important as well. Honestly, I'd just make sure I had 4 Damping Spheres, respecting a lot of Amulet Titan and Tron. So playing this out doesn't really accomplish anything, right? I think I'm just gonna go ahead and attack. See if we get swept this turn or not. Oh yeah, I guess putting this into play is valuable. I could have attacked and then swapped these two out for this. Yeah, that's a good line. I agree with that sentiment. Are they dead? So they block here. They take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, they're not going to gain life because I'm going to sack whichever one they block. Yeah, I'm going to throw a token away for 4 points of damage here. They don't gain any life, chat. So this only gains life when it deals damage. And if you sacrifice the creature that it blocks, they won't gain any life because it won't deal any damage. They do not have Settle the Wreckage mana up. Okay. Oh, is that good game? Okay. One of my big annoyances is like I hate when people say good game and then don't concede. Like if we're done, why aren't we just be done? This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I can throw 4 goblins at them. Can I? And then I can actually sack this and then fireball them, right? Oh god, this is so much clicking. Listen, I know they could have gained 3 there, chat, but I had already spent so much time clicking on goblins there that I was invested. We were pot committed, okay? The sample hands in this deck look really sweet. This is actually just like turn 3 Siege Gang Commander, right? Seems decent. We can skirt into skirt, skirt into skirt, Storm is 2. Your move, Yugi boy. What's felt like the strongest deck so far today? I think this might actually be the thing that's felt strongest so far today. We had the Sultai deck was kind of medium that we started with. The blue black artifact deck was interesting, but I'm not sure if there's something there. The Rainbow Lich deck is great against mid-range, but felt really bad against mono red. We'll see how this keeps going. It's still early. It's only our 3rd match with this deck. What do you think about the fact that Arena auto sorts your hand and spells, making it possible some kind of the card? I mean, that comes down to, like, when I move a card like this, does my opponent see it move in their hand? I don't think I ever see a card move out of my opponent's hand, so... Like, this is a digital game. It doesn't have to allow my opponent to see the same order that I see. So, like, if I put this card here, it doesn't have to show it move to the opponent. Keep up the great content as usual. Really enjoying Arena. Awesome, IHJs. Thank you for the 6 month, and thank you for the tier 3 resub. I really appreciate that. Welcome. Welcome back. I think I'd rather that get countered than Skirk Prospector. I could go either way on this. Whichever one I want to get countered more, I should lead on. You don't see an opponent with card. Yeah, that makes sense then. It's really sweet. Arena is the future, and the future is now. Possibly, I really wanted to get Skirk Prospector down that turn so I could turn 4 Siege King Commander. So like this is the reason why I played into their counterspell last turn, because I wanted to get Siege Boy into play. I just throw 2 things at this, right? Right? Doing the old good clean smorking here. The old 1 smork, 2 smork, red smork, blue smork. We haven't played with Squee yet. This is the first time we played against a control deck, so I'm interested to see this will probably be one of the places where he'd really shine. So if he doesn't end up feeling good in this matchup, I'll probably recommend cutting him, but I'm interested to see how he ends up playing here. No double blue up means they could have Ionize to counter this. Okay. I think I'm supposed to jam that there. I think it's right to make them have the Ionize. Or the Goblin Mask for flavor. It's really difficult to play in that thing. Yeah, cosmetics are the best thing WotC could monetize for Arena. Just makes the most sense. It's things players really want that are willing to pay money for that don't negatively impact the experience of people who aren't paying to play. The last matchup was red smork, blue smork. That's fair. Yep. What kind would I want? Battle boards, card sleeves, custom full art basic lands. Just anything you could put a thing on. Also, can we talk about how weird it is that Magic Online has the new card back, but Magic Arena has this old card back still? That's weird, right? Do I want Volley Veteran here against their Drakes? Volley Veteran against their Drakes seems really good, right? There's a Whirly Boy out matchup. Wily Goblin out, maybe? Oh, this is a pirate, which means we should keep this in. I don't know what to cut. Nah, Frenzy's just like our unbeatable Windmill Slam card here. We can't cut that. Trim these Banefires. It's gonna trim all around the edges here. What's your opinion on the status of people rules lawyering in comp, REL, and GPs at Magic? The idea of rules lawyering is nonsense that people who are lazy and don't understand the rules of the game tell themselves so they feel better at night when they go home having gotten beaten by someone who understands the rules of the game. Lynn Tix, thank you very much for Twitch Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Magic is a game that was designed to be played by the rules, and if you lost a game because you didn't know the rules of the game that you agreed to play by, that's your fault. Not your opponents for knowing the rules of the game and getting you to make a mistake because you didn't know the rules of the game that you signed up to play. I'm friends with Kent Ketter because Kent Ketter is a reasonable, decent human being who also happens to be very good at Magic. And anybody who wants to be some kind of dick and tell me that Kent Ketter isn't a decent person who I shouldn't associate with because he played a game of Magic by the rules and upset some tiny man children on the internet who don't want a game played by the rules, they can wank right off. How is it we always manage to know the right mana? Right? I just always have my colors. Just always have my colors. Thanks, Eats. And honestly, if I'm being completely honest, Squirt Squad, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support. One of the big reasons I really would love competitive Magic to move to digital in the future is so I never have to deal with whiny crybabies like that ever again. The way the Magic community, and I'm sorry if you're a casual player, but it's mostly casual players that get lumped into this, is the way Twitch chat reacts and responds every time a judge call happens on camera is disgusting. The amount of negativity people in this game put towards calling judges in a game of Magic, there's only three types of people that will discourage you from calling a judge in a match of Magic. Cheaters, idiots, and people who are uninformed. Do your best to not be in any of those three groups of people. Judges are there to help. Judges are there to make sure their game's played by the rules. Nobody should ever feel bad for calling a judge in a match of Magic. And if you make someone for feeling bad for calling a judge in a match of Magic and you're not cheating and you're not an idiot, then I hope you're uninformed. Because if you're not, you're one of the other two. I think I just passed here, right? There's no reason to play into a counterspell. And like next turn I'll have 8 mana so I can go Phoenix into Frenzy. Yeah, I think I just passed here. Yes, Twitch chat, every time you stigmatize someone calling a judge, you're helping cheaters cheat. Cheaters love that judges are stigmatized because that's how they get away with cheating for so long. If you have Chalice in play and can't keep track of the triggers, you shouldn't play Chalice. Yep. Yeah, if you click on the Stream Decker button on the corner of the deck list, it opens up on the Stream Decker page, and the Stream Decker page has an Export to Magic Arena button on it. During a match of competitive Magic at a Star City Games Open, Kent Ketter denied his opponent their Rest in Peace trigger when the card came into play because his opponent never acknowledged it. Yeah, look at you, little Wily Goblin. God bless you, Wily Goblin. Thanks, Xavier. I appreciate that. I appreciate the support. All right, so they didn't counter the Phoenix. Does that mean we put them on not having a counter? Or does that mean we put them on having double removal? So am I supposed to jam my Frenzy here, or am I supposed to just replay Squee? I'm probably just supposed to replay Squee, right? I think it's just Squee, yeah. Squee does represent lethal, yep, that's true. Please counter my Squee. Man, that's good for us. All right, you just go right back down here, Squee. You'll try again next turn, buddy. He's like the dork that don't give up. That is quite excellent. God bless us, everyone. I do feel like there would be a skill element lost in keeping track of your missable triggers on a digital platform. It puts the skill in different places, Sir Matter. I think there's still plenty of skill in those games. It's just in slightly different places like that. How on earth do I ever beat this Niv, Izzet? Can I ever beat this Niv? I didn't board in my fight with fires, did I? Because I'm a big dumb stupid. Yeah, it's just like Frenzy and then play all the cards off the top of my deck, right? Hey, All Snow, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support there. I appreciate that. Welcome. They're keeping me employed here this month with that. Maybe the problem is like this dude's just gonna like shoot down all my stuff, right? Is the issue. Like they have this Chemist's Insight in their hand here too. Yeah, I should have boarded in the fight with fires. It kills Drakes too. You're not wrong. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the fight with fires aren't in my deck. I'm gonna take a reroll here to be on the play. There's a lot of bookkeeping stuff that goes with playing competitive Magic. Completely concur. Oh, I had veteran volleys in my deck. Volley Veterans. I'm gonna cut these banners here. I think with the fight with fires, I just don't have room for them. This guy's pretty bad in the face of their sweeper. Maybe the veterans aren't good enough because like Niv's gonna kill my board very quickly. Of course, you could also argue that you can also argue that I get a one-turn window when they play Niv to like play Volley Veteran right away and kill them. Banefire's pretty slow. I guess we did get to 7 mana that game though. Or no? Sure. Sounds real good. So I think Banefire is just better than the Volley Veteran then? That would be the giving point, I think, because like I just can't have that much like slow interactive stuff in my deck. I need ways to like actually smork them still. So like where do I want 4 Volley Veterans then if it's not against like the Crackling Drake deck? Yeah, honestly, I think a lot of the roll back and fix things rules in Magic are a little archaic and tedious the way we handle them. But that being said, you better believe if I'm gonna like drive across the country or fly across the country, that I'm gonna make sure the game's played by the rules and I give myself every possible competitive edge I can take, right? Like, most of my opponents aren't gonna give me any room to wiggle. I'm not gonna give my opponents room to wiggle. Like if I wanted to play casually and like be loose with the rules, I could just hang out at home and do that, and, you know, not spend $1,000 to take a trip to do it. like die to a fiery cannonade. Yeah, and make sure your opponent can sufficiently randomize their deck. Alright, let's start by smashing here. Is it nuts to just Frenzy here? I think I'm just gonna Frenzy here. They have Negate in their deck? Alright, hopefully there's a land on top. No, I don't think so. I think I got some hits in there. I mean, the Syncopate was basically a Doom Blade, right? They turned the Syncopate into a removal spell. When you're in a major competition, how do you ensure your opponent's deck is randomized? It's usually like 7 mass shuffles is pretty sufficient. Just shuffle. You take their deck and you shuffle it. Whole lot of these. You should also make sure when you're shuffling your opponent's deck during competition that you're not looking at your opponent's deck. So like often when I shuffle during competition, I put their deck over here on the right side and I look to the left. This is the best way to ensure that like nobody can accuse you of doing anything screwy. It's just like making sure that you're putting yourself in a position where can't possibly be taking advantage of anything that you're not supposed to. So putting the deck to the right and looking to the left is the best way to do that. It's a little bit more awkward in team tournaments, but in general, that's the best way to do it, I think. Do you sit and shuffle physical decks? Well, that is quite literally a shuffling deck. That is what that is on my table for. Oh, this only does 2, right? Deals damage equal to a creature you control. Yeah, things just didn't work out too well there for us. No, it's actually a casual red-green madness deck from when I was a teenager. I found it in my garage over the summer when we were cleaning out some boxes, and I sleeved it up as a shuffling deck. No, I don't like double sleeve. Double sleeving make it hard to pack and riffle. I'm a big fan of packing and riffling. Hey, Pikes. Where'd that one go? You can just permanently ban that person. Pikes, if you can grab that username and just permanently ban them, that's fine. People that don't understand the rules of the game just like aren't welcome here. They can bugger off. I'm all for people arguing with me about, I'm all for people discussing the idea that like they don't like the current rules of the game or they would like the current rules of the game to change, but like demonizing people for playing by the rules as they exist is nonsense and not welcome in this channel. Just wank right off to anywhere else. So do I Whirly Boy here and kill this? Or do I play Chieftain and smash? I feel like I'm supposed to just Whirly Boy here. Whirly Boy's kind of awkward with Goblin Warchief, just like doesn't get a discount. You take your 1 for 0 and you be happy about it, Hogland. These are also kind of awkward. Inferno Blazekin, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. This is off topic. This is the only time I catch you live. What do you think of Conflagrate and Grishelbrand as additional way to win instead of Warburgmos? Seems clunky and awkward. If there were like more one toughness things that you wanted to like interact with, I think it could be okay. But I think just like its text box is kind of awkward outside of when you're actually winning the game. Also, it requires your graveyard to be functional, which means that when they have like rip or leyline in play, you can't play around it. So I can go Willy into Goblin Warchief Smash. Alternatively, I could go. So if I go Goblin Warchief, they're going to block here and take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 down to 3. Do I go Willy into Whirly Boy? I could go Whirly. If I Whirly, I hit all of these for 1, and then I can attack with just my 3/3s, and then they can trade here, take 3. I think I like Chainwhirler into attack with my 3/3s. Because this thing gets pretty scary. Yeah, I wonder, Kami Pizza. I was thinking about that too. Someone said they don't do deck matching in best of 3s earlier, and I was thinking about that, right? Since we changed to this deck from the deck with rare lands in it, we've played against just mono blue. So like, is there deck matching in here past that? We're bringing a bunch of removal here. Yeah, I don't like deck matching for best of 3 either. I think deck strength matching for best of 1, where new players should be playing, seems fine. That seems like a good new player experience thing to do. Oh, that's true. We did play against Lich, and Lich is nowhere close to this. Yeah, it must just be variants. We'll see. There's a good chance it's just some confirmation bias. I think it's variance plus confirmation bias there. I have no idea. I haven't seen anybody link me anything solid on it. All just speculation. I think I just play into a Spell Piercer or dive down here because it's our best chance to kill this. Honestly, I'll probably concede if this doesn't. Oh, okay, so we get 2 chances. All right, we get 2 shots. Stab in the dark, number 1. Yep. All right, so this is our nut draw. Mono blue was popular before the Grand Prix finish. So I'm gonna play this turn, and then next turn I can go Coil, kill this. I guess this is worse if my opponent has another Curious Obsession, but if they have another Curious Obsession for this shit, I'm probably not winning anyways. Bing. Land. Alright, so they've got 2 power left over here. If we can hit a land next turn, kind of get some stuff going here. We can go Runaway Steam-Kin into Instigator into Siege Chain Commander potentially here. What's going on, enemy? Where are my whirly boys at? I think we're probably too slow at this point. I think I needed to hit the 4th land that turn. Yeah, tempo decks are sweet decks to play. If you've never played a tempo deck before, I'd highly recommend checking out the mono blue deck. It's very tempo decks, I feel, really exemplify a lot of the unique gameplay experience that Magic offers coming from other card games. So I'm gonna double block this Exclusion Mage. I don't think you're ever gonna get there, Marty. I think that mechanic's dead. All right, so we're going to 2 or 3. That makes me just dead, right? Does it? Man, this turn would be really sweet if we weren't dead. Why is this turn one turn too late? Why are we at 3, chat? Why are we at 3? Smart and anger and frustration. Ah! Half a year of amazing content. Keep up the awesome place and onward towards another half year. Rylan, thank you for the 6 months. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Just one turn behind on that land drop the whole game. It's fine. We got game 3 on the play here, chat. It'll be good. We'll clean them all up on the play. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta let it all out. You just gotta be like, listen, this is what we were trying to do. Ooh. Ooh. All right, if they play a pooper on 1, I'm totally gonna turn 2 Chainwhirler them. Yikes, thank you for the 2-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Trades. The avatar change is when you install Magic Arena, you need to not have an avatar selected. It was a defensive block. I'll take it. I have a 2-drop. Welcome to Sunderdome. Hey, the Bronze Sublaga with the $10 tip. Thanks for the support. For being a cool guy, keeping integrity in MTG, and fun and casual play. Hoogle A, party time. Thank you for the support. Thanks for keeping me here. The bronze Sublagar. If there's any decks in the queue that tickle your fancy, if you'd let me know, I'd love to bump one of those up for you. The people that support my stuff kind of are the ones that keep me here, so I always like to let anybody that donates their cheers put things up in the queue. It's the least I can do. Yeah, they took that trade. Oh man, putting the Jester over the Planeswalker slot, that is an A+ suggestion. I'm writing that down. That is a very good suggestion. Retort me, baby. No, I didn't mean really retort me. I meant think about it, but then don't do it. When am I going to have another guest on stream? The Kent streams were guests. I don't know. Matt, my other two buddies that I travel to play Magic with on occasion, they both work really jobs in town. Pikes with the sub gift to Rudy. Thank you, thank you. Jin is such a big boy. Earned them a Hoaglandia green card. Yeah, the Warchief's here basically for haste. What's the most fun deck we've played today? This one's been pretty sweet. Oh, geez, they have a dive down. Did I just trade my Whirler for a dive down? This card is so good. That's probably the card that's impressed me the most out of things in the Blue-Black Pirates deck. Just like very powerful. I work a real job and I'm definitely not playing Arena and watching you right now. Damn it, Klutz, I was trying to give you some credit, okay? I'm trading a Goblin for 6 points of damage here. If I donate bits or tier 2 subs before I start streaming tomorrow, do I get to bump a deck played first? I need it done by this evening, Yaku, because usually tonight I get things put together. So if you do sub while I'm off and want to bump something with it, be sure to drop me a message. So I can know to get it edited in there. Oh, this attack is bad. This attack leaves me dead to an island. Yeah, it was a bad attack. I don't think we're winning regardless here. What's going on to Freaky? Wow, no island is great for us. I don't know. Like, that means they have all spells in their hand, so we're just dead, right? They block here and then they take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, good games, opponent. Yeah, the arena numbers have been really good. I think my average while playing standard on arena is like close to like 1600 or so compared to like my 900 or so on Magic Online with Modern. We got up to about 2000 a day at one point. I'll play one more with Goblin Frenzy here before we move on to Naya Ramp. This deck is interesting. I hope we can queue into like a green-black deck so I can like actually like try and chain through our deck with Frenzy and have it be good. Is there a Goblin Lord? Pike stolen out the sub gifts. Thank you. Keep in mind, Yaku, if you're looking to donate for Trashmaster. Okay. There is tomorrow night I do arena. Tomorrow during the day is Modern. We play Modern on spreadsheets 2 days a week still. But tomorrow night will be another arena stream. How do you think Arena functions as a free-to-play platform? I personally don't care about free-to-play, so I have no idea if Arena's good or bad at it. I play Arena the same way I make dinner, with my credit card. So Blue-Black Carntes back in the queue. Yep, we'll do Pikes. I do not have a garden. These are my tanny, angry men, red men and women. They've got They are ready to die in a ritual of soot. I feel like playing decks like this, you are gonna get a lot of free game ones like that. I feel like there are a lot of people that are like main decking Disdainful Stroke and all these other sorts of greedy things for try and beat Jeskai control and other stuff like that. We just get to like devour them. I think I want the Phoenixes. I think I want the banners. What do I want to trim for these banners? I'm gonna trim Willy. Nah, Willy ramps. I'm gonna trim the Oracle. Game 1 win, game 2 to 3 pray for mana screw. Yep, God bless. We played white with a small red splash aggro on stream, and that deck felt very good. Wait, what? Okay. Okay. It's a really weird card to have in their deck against us post board. So I'm gonna go Willy into Instigator, correct them for 3 here. It does indeed seem really bad against a Resolved Frenzy. Yeah, almost all the decks we're playing right now are donation decks, McCarver. There's a giant segment of the queue is all standard decks. In fact, I'm moving to do more and more standard content on the channel because standard is more popular. There's less standard decks than modern decks in the queue, but I've also been playing the standard decks at a more rapid rate because we've been playing more standard. No, I'm not. All of the standard that we're playing on this channel is being done on Magic Arena. I have a mostly complete standard collection, and anytime I need cards for a deck that I don't have, I put more money into the machine. I don't think I want to trade a Goblin for 2 points of damage, so I'm just going to go ahead and attack with this. I like how Squee gets discarded, but just like slide to the right. Do 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 do. Oh, you did, Jit. Bye, friends. I joined Arena yesterday after your feedback turned positive and put $200 into it. I've enjoyed it the last 24 hours. It's very good, McCarver. This is it's the Magic video game I've always wanted. If you like Magic and you like video games, you're gonna love Arena. Goblin Frenzy. So I felt like the goblins part of what this deck was doing was really neat, but I feel like things like Dark Dweller Oracle to like try and maximize Frenzy. I feel like it's weird. I don't know that I really love this card. I feel like I would want to explore just maximizing the Goblin strategy game 1 and then potentially boarding in Experimental Frenzies for the matchups where we want to grind. I feel like there's a lot of places in the format right now where people are trying to get greedy, and playing something very aggressive like this is a good way to potentially get under them